For this English lesson, I wanted to visit one of the most beautiful places in the United States. Here, we are going to visit a lighthouse, visit an art museum, maybe talk to a few artists, all helping you improve your English. Yeah, this place is so beautiful. There are about 10 artists who are drawing, and maybe we can take a look at some of their work. First thing I want to teach you about is that sign. It says caution. So right when you see that word caution, you need to watch out, to use an English phrasal verb. You need to be careful. In poison ivy, I don't know exactly what it looks like, but we have a saying, leaves of 3, let it be. So I am going to stay away from that trail. I want to get down to the rocks, but I'm going to find a different way. I'm not going to go crawling through any poison ivy. The next English term I want to teach you is waves crashing. The ocean has waves. That's the movement of the water. And the verb crashing, we often use when it's really rough. And in a minute, you are going to see those waves crashing against some rocks. The next term I want to teach you is slippery. These rocks, when they're dry, they're not slippery. But when they get wet, they can become slippery, which could cause you to slip. Slip is the verb, means to fall down. Slippery is the adjective we use to describe something that might make you fall down. That little thing below me, we call a tidal pool. That's when the water from the ocean gets trapped in little holes. Sometimes, as you can see, there is green stuff that grows in there. We call that stuff algae. There are also little animals in there that have little shells. We call those things barnacles, and sometimes they will attach themselves to ships. To get back up there, I will need to climb up these rocks. To get here, I climbed down these rocks. Walking along these rocks or walking across these rocks, both prepositions actually work. You could say it's dangerous, but if you want a couple other ways in English to say something is dangerous, you can say it's treacherous or hazardous. Treacherous or hazardous. Both words are pretty hard to say, even for native speakers. Treacherous or hazardous. Hello, buddy. Excuse me.
That just drops down here. Here.
What's that? That's the poison ivy?
Yeah, this
Okay.
one in particular, that one.
Leaves of 3.
Yeah.
Leave them be.
Yeah. Leaves of 3, leave them be. Yeah.
All right, this building, it seems to have once held, super dark, once held some foghorns. And when there's a lot of fog, it's like clouds on the ground. When there's a lot of fog, the lighthouse really doesn't work. Speaking of light, there's no light here. So if there's a lot of fog, you can't see the light, but you might be able to hear a horn. So apparently this building once had a horn in it, so sailors wouldn't crash into the rocks. That thing's an anchor. Did you see on that sign it said a rudder? And a rudder is what we say in English that controls the boat. It's in the back of the boat. We'd call that thing a life preserver. Preserve, it's another way to say save in English. For instance, if you have vegetables in the garden and you want to preserve them or save them, you can actually make preserves out of them. You put them in jars and you save them. So a life preserver might actually save a life. Beautiful. Do you mind if I take a picture? No. I know it's not finished, but
No,
it's pretty awesome. Is there an artist convention in
that's kind
town?
of what's going on here. It's the New England Watercolor Society and the Plein Air Painters of Maine.
Oh, okay.
So there's quite a lot going on.
Yeah.
All kinds of artists. Mostly watercolor painters.
Okay.
But there's some oil painters too.
We call that watercolor?
Yeah, this is watercolor.
Where are you from?
A little GoPro you got there.
Yes, sir. What state are you from?
Right here. I'm in the state of Maine.
Oh, very nice.
State of Maine.
Do you have any of your art for purchase anywhere?
Yeah, I do. At the Gleason Gallery.
Gleason Gallery, okay.
That's in Booth Bay Harbor, not very far from here, actually.
Okay. I'll put a link in the description if anybody wants your artwork.
Yeah, I'll give you my card.
Okay, cool.
That'll be a whole lot easier. Maybe you got a little paint on it, but there you go.
Great. All right.
That's who I am.
Thanks, sir.
You're welcome. I'm having a show in August.
Okay. Yeah, so if you want to check out any of his art, there's a link in the description. And it looks like they're working on the lighthouse. We might use a very big word in English for that. We might say it's being restored or it's having a restoration. Restoration. So in this fisherman's museum, there are no pets allowed. You cannot bring in your dog unless it is a service animal. And a service animal is someone or an animal that provides help. Maybe the person cannot walk and they need their dog to just provide them comfort. Maybe they don't see so well, so they might have something called a seeing eye dog, or maybe they just get nervous. So sometimes they have a dog to help them feel not so scared. Hello.
Checking for bugs?
Yes, sir. Just in case. Any listening devices? Yeah, we're just looking around your fine museum.
A lot of history in here.
Yeah. Would you like to tell us about some?
A lot of stuff. Well, that's one of the most fascinating things. That's the fourth order Fresnel lens. There's 1 through 6. This is a fourth order, same as the one in the tower.
Okay.
They're both over 160 years old. Developed in France about 1829.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
So this would be in the lighthouse at one time.
Now, the original one is still up there.
Oh.
This came out of the lighthouse off of Bar Harbor.
Oh, okay.
They've been doing away with these lenses. Beautiful lenses.
Yeah.
These are the only 8 lighthouses left in Maine. Still have the lens. What they're doing, they're taking them out and they're putting in these ugly LED beacons.
That's not good. We don't want the modern stuff. We like the original stuff, right?
I hate those LEDs.
So the original lens for that lighthouse is
Yeah.
still in there.
Still in there.
My gosh. And when was the lighthouse commissioned?
1827.
1827. Wow.
That's when the tower was built.
Okay.
Very poor workmanship, very poor design. 1835, they tore it down and built what you see here now.
Oh, very nice. Yep. Thank you so much.
Little compass, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, look, you have one of those, Brad?
Yeah.
Yeah. Make a little trap in.
We would call this a lobster trap, and these are buoys. We'd call this little space that I'm standing on, we'd call this a porch. If you are enjoying this English lesson and you never want to miss another one, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, ring the bell, and allow all notifications. It is okay to bring your dog on the outside of the lighthouse. You just can't bring them inside. But if they go to the bathroom on the grass, it is the law that you pick it up. Most people will have what's called doggy bags, and that's how they get rid of the stuff. When you need to throw things away, there's the trash, of course, where you can put your trash. But if it is a glass or a bottle, they ask you to put it in a separate bin, a separate place, because those bottles and cans can be returned. They can be recycled. In Maine, where I live, when you buy a can or a bottle, you pay an extra 5 cents. When you're done with that can or bottle, you bring it back and they give you your 5 cents back. And you can't smoke here. Doesn't matter if you're inside or outside, you're not supposed to smoke. If you would like to have your lunch here, we have things called picnic tables. That's where the seats and the table are attached to each other. It's called the picnic table. We'd call this thing a bench, even though it's made out of stone. It's still a bench. You can sit there and rest your feet after walking around the lighthouse for a while.
Hi.
Hello.
Welcome.
Thank you. To visit this lighthouse, there is an admission fee. It's what we call it when you have to pay to get in somewhere, an admission fee, and it's $3. If you are enjoying this lesson, why stop there? Right up there, I have another lesson I did at another lighthouse. Thanks for watching. See you next time.